Hello, hello, hello. This is Shani Boo here, and I want to welcome you to the first episode of Common Ground Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so excited to have you, and today we will be discussing for our first episode why a podcast. Why a podcast? I just want to say that this is something that I've desired to do for for some time. Now I called myself getting on YouTube last year and uploading my first YouTube video, and I put up maybe two more, and I quit. I stopped. And it's been a good old year, and I have not uploaded anything else. And I was like, listen, I can't just start things and not finish. When God created the world, he began a work, and then he completed it, and he rested. And for me, I think I skipped all of that. I started and I just went straight to rest, and I didn't finish. And so here I am again with a podcast, and I wanted to use this podcast to encourage women, to encourage men too if they wanna hop on here, but to encourage people to go after their dreams. I'm not a life coach yet, but I have a lot of life coaching tendencies where I get around people, and I just love to see people start businesses, start organizations, write books. I love to see people out being creative because I'm creative, and I just love to encourage people to get into their element and go after that thing, whatever that thing is. And today, earlier this morning, I woke up and I had a word in my mind, and the word that was in my mind was the word manifest. And that manifest, that means to perceive things with your senses. I know that we use that word manifest a lot in the church world, but I found myself using it this morning when I was riding to the grocery store to pick up a few things for my family. I told myself, I said, today you are going to manifest something. I know I desire to write. I desire to sing. I desire to do this podcast. I said, I don't care how, when, or where. I am going to manifest something today. I'm not just going to be sitting back dreaming. Dreaming is great, but I need to start manifesting some of these dreams. I need to start making them tangible. And so I'm here to tell you that today is the day to get off of your do nothing stool and start manifesting some dreams. What is it? What is that one thing you've been telling yourself you're going to do and you haven't done it yet? You've given yourself plenty of reasons why you should wait, but you haven't given yourself the push or the go or the nudge to get started. The Bible says, do not despise the day of small beginnings. And a lot of times we feel like we have to start and do it big and do it mega, do it ginormous. And you don't have to do that, because when you go straight for the big, a lot of times you find yourself trying to be perfect. You get this spirit of perfection where it has to be perfect, and if it's not perfect, then there goes your excuse as to why you need to wait another day for that thing to be manifested in the natural. You don't have to have your ducks in a row. Everything don't have to be perfect. I'm here to tell you, whatever that thing is, you can do it. You have the goods to do it. Go ahead and start it. One of the scriptures that come to my mind is, one of the stories is the story in the Bible about the prodigal son, when the one where Jesus is talking about a father and his two sons, and one son decides to take his inheritance and go away and squander it, and he squanders it to the point where he has absolutely nothing, and the other son stays and works faithfully next to his father. And when the son that squanders all of his inheritance decides to come home, the father sees him, he has compassion upon him, and he decides to throw him a ginormous party. And the older son that didn't squander it is upset and jealous of this son, because he's like, well, I stayed here, I did everything I was supposed to do, why haven't you thrown me a party? And the father was like, well, you've been with me. All that I have is yours. All that I have is yours. You've been with me all this time. And if you would have just asked me for a party, I would have thrown you a party. But you've never asked, And so I'm here to tell you, all that the Father has is yours. You want to start that business? Go ahead. All that the Father has is yours. The blessings, the favor, the grace, it's already yours. Just get out. Just go and do that thing. You don't have to wait for somebody to just tell you. Yes, I'm here telling you, but you don't even have to wait for me. Just go ahead and do it. God has already blessed the work of your hands. He's already given you the green to do it. He's already connected you with the right people. You have favor on your life from him. Go ahead and do it. You don't have to wait on anybody else. And I just really believe that today is the day. The Bible says to redeem the time. Today is the day to be great. Not yesterday. Yesterday is gone. Not tomorrow. It's not here yet, and it's not promised. So get up off your do-nothing stool. Get to work. It is time to manifest some things. Is it a book? Is it a book that you've been thinking about? Let's manifest that book. Okay? Is it that? Go ahead and start. Even if it's as small as, okay, I'm just gonna brainstorm what I want to write about. That's manifestation. Write that down. That's you getting it out of your head onto something tangible. If you already have the book written and you just hadn't published it yet, how about getting online and looking up some publishing companies? Or maybe letting a few friends proofread your stuff. Getting that tangible idea into other people's hands so they can also feel that dream come true. Is it an organization? How about thinking about people you want on your board? Start thinking about these things. How can we manifest this idea and make it tangible? Okay? Because I know you're tired of seeing everybody else out here killing it, doing what God has told them to do. I know you're tired of seeing that. Now it is your turn. It's time for you. It's time for you to start doing it. It's time for you to manifest something. It's time for you to invite friends to your event. It's time for you to let people read your stuff. It's time for you to let somebody hear your podcast. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go. So I am Shani Moo. I thank you so much for joining my podcast. I'm super excited to have you here. And I just hope that you are blessed every time you hear my voice. I hope that you are inspired. I hope that you have a drive. I hope that I light a few candles. I hope that I just set you ablaze with whatever I am saying to get you to get up and move it. Get up and bust a move on today. Manifest that dream. Manifest something. The word that I have for you is manifest. Get up. Let's go manifest some things. Hey, while you're here, make sure you subscribe to my channel at Shani Moo. That's one word, CHANIEMUU, Shani Moo. And you can also find me on my website at www.shanimoo.com. Thank you so much for your support.